molarity. Molarity. Ivan.
Moles of solute po, divided by volumes of solution in liters po.
Okay, very good. Thank you, Ivan. So we have the moles of solute over the volume of our solution. Ano naman yung formula na kailangan nating gamitin to calculate the mole of solute? What is the formula needed to calculate for the mole of solute? Cordova. Hello, Miss Cordova. Cordova, are you there? Wala si Cordova. Lordy, ano yung formula natin, Lordy, to calculate for the mole of solute? Hello, Lordy. Mole of solute.
Hindi po maalala.
Sige po. Sino po nakakaalala? Mole of solute.
Ano po yung tamang
Yes,
atomic weight?
Ervin. Mole of solute, Ervin.
Solute.
Moles.
Ma'am, ito po ba yung yung mole fraction of solute po?
Hindi po. Mole lang. Yung mole mismo. Ano yung formula natin to get
Sorry
the
po.
mole?
Sige po, ma'am.
Yung N. Yung N lang.
Yung ano po, ma'am? Yung mass over molar mass po.
Okay, very good, Inuj. We have the mass over the molar mass. Wherein, si molar mass, i-compute natin dun sa sinabi naman ni Ervin pag kinuha natin yung atomic weight ng element. So, yung molar mass, yun naman yung atomic weight multiplied by the number of atoms. Yan, huwag malilito ha mga anak. Alam ko medyo marami talagang mga formula pero huwag kayong malilito. Again, kapag ka mole ang hinahanap, that is your N, your mole, ang formula doon is mass over the molar mass. Pag sinabi naman natin na molar mass, yun naman po yung kinukuha natin, yung atomic weight, minumultiply natin sa number of atoms, tapos pinagsasama-sama natin sila or ina-add natin. Yun naman si molar mass. Clear tayo doon? Yeah. So next, let's proceed. Our next topic is solution in stoichiometry. Ayan. So after ng discussion natin, dun ako magbibigay ng activities para ma-practice ninyo yung computation. Ayan. So here we have solution in stoichiometry. Stoichiometry analysis of solutions involves the use of balanced chemical equation and can be done through this general steps. Yan. So to solve for the solution in stoichiometry, tatlong steps lang din yung kailangan nating tandaan. The first step is to express the given amount of substance in mole. Reconnect lang po sila. Sige, Kamo. Habol na lang sila with our discussion. Yeah. Next is to convert the moles of a given substance to the desired substance using a stoichiometric factor derived from the balanced chemical equation. And the third step is to convert the moles of the sought substance to any other desired units or expression. So itong tatlong steps na to, class, yung kailangan nating i-apply for us to solve or to calculate for this stoichiometry. Pag sinabi, sorry, isa sa mga kailangan or importanteng, excuse me, Ayan, so isa sa pinakamahalagang kailangan natin i-apply with stoichiometry is the concept of balancing chemical equation. So kung naalala nyo pa sa Gen Chem 1, nag-balance tayo ng chemical equation, i-apply natin yun dito. Sige po, mag-CR na po yung mga magsi-CR. So kaya siya class stoichiometry, ibig sabihin, balance yung system, balance yung naging reaction, naging balance yung concentration na nangyari sa atin. So, let us try in a sample problem. Makinig pong mabuti ha. Medyo Medyo madami to at medyo nakakalito kaya makinig ng mabuti. So sample problem number 1, pakibasa nga po, Khalid.
Ma'am, ako po ba?
Yes po.
Sample problem. Calculate the mass in grams of calcium nitrate, CaNO, that can be produced by reacting 1.36 ml of 4M nitric acid with excess calcium hydroxide. Molar mass of
Calcium nitrate.
calcium nitrate is 164.1 grams per mole.
Okay. Thank you, Khalid. So in this sample problem, we have to understand first the given. So write lang muna natin sa given natin. We have the volume of our nitric acid, which is 1.36 ml. The molarity of our nitric acid, which is 4.00 m. And we have the molar mass of our calcium nitrate, which is 164.1 gram per mole. So katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, kailangan makita natin ano yung balanced chemical equation ng nangyari dito sa system na to or sa problem na to. Yan. So for our RTF, the RTF is the mass of our calcium nitrate. And for our solution, intindihin natin ng mabuti. Sabi, kailangan malaman natin ano yung nangyari sa reaction. So kanina kasi, yung mga certain problems natin kay molarity, kay percent by mass, kay mole fraction, lahat sila, hindi natin kailangan makita yung reaction. Kasi ang nangyari lang doon, nag-focus lang tayo kay concentration. Ano yung nangyari sa finished product natin? Ano nangyari sa concentration natin? Dito naman, ano yung nangyari sa reaction ko? Nagkaroon ba ako ng synthesis reaction? Nagkaroon ba ako ng decomposition reaction? Nagkaroon ba ako ng combination reaction? And so on. I-analyze natin ano yung lengguwahe ng problem na binabasa ko. So sabi dyan, calculate the mass of calcium nitrate that can be produced by reacting. So ibig sabihin, from the statement, si calcium nitrate ay mapoproduce lamang kapag nag-react sino? Si nitric acid with what? With the excess calcium hydroxide. So intindihin again ha, sabi dito, malinaw, pinapahanap sa atin the mass of calcium nitrate na mapoproduce kapag daw nag-react si nitric acid kay calcium hydroxide. So for us to know the chemical equation that happened with this problem, sino-sino yung mga involved? So unang involved, we have the calcium nitrate. Pangalawang involved, we have the nitric acid. Pangatlong involved, we have the calcium hydroxide. Most commonly, kapag ka mga situations involving stoichiometry, palagi yung merong presence of water. Pero hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon. Pinaka-common lang. Again, most commonly, meron yang water, pero hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon merong water. Maraming pagkakataon na merong tubig, pero hindi natin generalize na lahat ng reaction ay merong presence of water. So considering that concept, you will have now the balance equation. So you have to write first the balance equation for the reaction. Ma'am, wala naman po yan sa tatlong steps na diniscuss natin kanina. Bakit po biglang nalagay dyan yung first step na balance chemical equation? Kasi po, ang problem mo, walang binigay na balance equation. So may mga certain problems na binibigay na niya mismo si balance equation. So kapag binigay na ni problema yung balance equation, wala ka nang kailangan pang i-balance. I-disregard mo na yung step na to, yung writing the balance equation. Pero if in case na walang ibigay na balance equation, yung problema, the first step that you have to do is to create the equation, to write the balance equation. Paano ko po tamang maibabalance yung equation or paano ko po tamang mailalagay yung equation? You have to analyze the problem very carefully. You have to use the terms. Like for example, this one, we have the term produced by reacting. So, iyon yung magiging hint natin ano yung nangyari sa equation natin na to. Medyo mahirap, yes, kapag walang binigay na balance equation, lalo na kapag hindi pa natin master yung pagdodrawing, yung pagsusulat ng balance chemical equation. Usually kasi, familiar lang tayo kapag sinabi nating balance chemical equation, nilalagyan lang natin ng values yung coefficient. Yun lang yung madalas na ginagawa natin. Nilalagyan natin ng value yung coefficient. Pero yung problem itself, na tayo yung magdodrawing or magsusulat ng balance chemical equation involving all the chemicals and compounds, yun yung medyo mahirap. Yan. So sa problem na to, ang ating equation is we have your nitric acid plus your calcium hydroxide. Saan to nanggaling? Kasi sabi dyan, produced by reacting nitric acid with excess calcium hydroxide. So ito po yun. Yung statement na to, again, yung statement na produced by reacting 1.36 ml of nitric acid with excess calcium hydroxide, sinulat natin siya as this one. Bakit po naka-plus? Kasi po nag-react eh. Next, nag-yield to. Ano ba yung naging product? Sabi dyan, the calcium nitrate. Ano yung pinroduce ng nitric acid plus calcium hydroxide? Si calcium nitrate. Kaya nandito si calcium nitrate. Bakit merong water? Kasi katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo, may mga, most commonly, the product can be water. And paano ko po malalaman, ma'am, na dapat pong lagyan ng water yan at kailan ko po malalaman na hindi po dapat lagyan ng water? Maraming mga factors para i-consider natin. Pero in this example, isa sa mga hint na pwede ninyong tignan para malaman natin kung meron pa siya dapat na water or wala is yung mga chemicals na involved. So ano-ano ba yung mga elements that are involved here? At ano-ano yung mga elements na involved here? So palagi nating sinasabi kapag nagbabalance tayo ng chemical equation, dapat kung ano yung mga elements dito at kung ilan yung number of atoms ng mga elements na nandito ay the same din sa mga elements na naandito. So hindi natin sila pwede bastang i-yield na nitric acid plus calcium hydroxide will yield to calcium nitrate. Pag calcium nitrate lang yan, we cannot balance the equation. So we have to think of the situation. Ano yung posibleng maging produkto na to? Pero hindi pa to balance, class. This is just your equation. Hindi pa balansyado yung equation mo. So kailangan mo siyang i-balance. So the balance equation will be, we have 2 nitric acid or 2 moles of nitric acid plus we have the calcium hydroxide will yield to 2 moles of H2O plus your calcium nitrate. So balance na ngayon yung equation mo. Ito na yung susundin mong balance equation. Pupunta ka ngayon sa second step. Wherein, sabi doon sa discuss natin ng kauna-unahang slide, express the given amount of substance in moles. So, ano ba yung given amount of substance natin? We have the 4.00 molar of nitric acid. So, sabi natin to get the molarity, we have the molarity is equal to mole over the volume of solution in liters. Di na po ako marunong mag-balance, ma'am. Kapag nag-balance kayo ng chemical equation, multiply lang tayo. Sige, balik tayo sa screen kanina. This one. So, balik tayo. We have 2HO3 plus CaOH2 yield to 2H2O plus CaNO32. So, paano ba natin yan ibabalance? Ayan, tignan nyo mabuti ha. Kapag nagbabalance tayo ng equation, i-divide lang natin sila into 2. We have the product side and the reactant. So, ito yung nasa left side, then yung isa yung nasa right side. Sulat natin, ano-ano yung mga elements na involved dito sa kabila. So, meron tayong hydrogen. So, sulat mo lang dyan. We have your hydrogen. Hydrogen. Tapos, meron ka din doong nitrogen. Wala ako. Meron tayo ditong nitrogen. Meron tayong oxygen. Ano pa? Meron tayong calcium. Yan. So, sulat mo lang dyan. Di daw po makakonect si Sandre. Yan, sige, para sa mga hindi makakonect. Then, this one is from the left side. Sa right side mo naman, ganun din. Sulat ka lang. You have your hydrogen, your nitrogen, your oxygen, and your calcium. So, paano ka magbibilang? So, sa hydrogen mo, you have here 1. So, you have here H is equal to 1 multiplied by ilang, balik tayo dito sa screen ha, ilan yung coefficient natin. So kapag nagbabalance tayo class ng chemical equation, hindi natin binabago yung mga naandito. Again, hindi natin binabago yung mga subscript. Ang binabago lang natin yung coefficient. Kapag di nagbabalance tayo ng chemical equation, hindi mo siya pwedeng paghiwalayin. Halimbawa, kulang kay N. Paghiwalayin ko si H at si N. Magdagdag ako kay N. Bawal yun. Per compound, ang binabago lang natin class yung coefficient. Ito, yung numbers na malalaki na yan. So sila lang yung binabago natin. So we have here for our hydrogen, we have 1 multiplied by 1. Si nitrogen, 1 multiplied by 1. Si oxygen, 3 multiplied by 3. So ganun siya. Notes na lang nga yung gagamitin ko, parang mas madali yata mag-compute kay notepad. Yan. So, balik tayo dito. Yan. So, for our hydrogen, we have here HNO3. So, subscript 2 ha. So, for our hydrogen, H multiplied by 1. So, that will be 1 multiplied by 1. N, we have 1 multiplied by 1. O, we have 3 multiplied by 3. So, yung mga sagot dyan, this will be 1, this will be 1, and this will be 9. So, 3 multiplied by 1 rather. So, 3 multiplied by 1. This is 3. So, saan mo siya minultiply? Dito kasi, yung subscript dito ni yung subscript dito ni nitric acid ay 1. So, kapag walang nakalagay na number, that means 1 lang yan. Next, paano naman sa kabila? We have calcium pa pala. We have our calcium, yung nasa plus sign. So, di ba mayroong plus sign? We have CaOH2. So, iyan naman. So, dahil wala rin siyang nakalagay, that means it's 1. So, we have here, calcium is equal to 1 multiplied by 1. That is 1. For our oxygen here, meron ka ditong 2. So, this will be 2 multiplied by 1. So, for our oxygen, we have 2 multiplied by 1. And that is 2. And for our hydrogen, you will have 2 multiplied by 1. And that is 2. So, ano ngayon yung makikita mo? Meron ka ditong 3 na oxygen at meron kang 2. So, that will be 3 plus 2. That will be 5. The total oxygen on the products, on the reactant side rather, is 5. And for hydrogen, we have 2 multiplied by 2 plus 1 will have 3. So that is for the reactant side. Reactant pa lang yon. Now, bakit po ma'am hindi po natin sinama si Ca dito? Bakit po naka-OH lang? Kasi class naka-parenthesis sila. So kapag naka-parenthesis, ibig sabihin para sa kanila lang yon. So halimbawa, yung 2 ay naandito. Ibig sabihin, si 2 para lang kay hydrogen, hindi para kay oxygen. Pero the fact that they are in a parenthesis, ibig sabihin, damay si oxygen, si OH. Kasi naka-parenthesis sila. So, ganyan siya. That is only for your reactant side. Punta ka ngayon sa product side mo. Meron ka ulit hydrogen kay H2O. So 2. So H2O. So wala ulit coefficient dito. So that will be, for our hydrogen is equal to 2 multiplied by 1. Next, for your oxygen, wala namang value dito sa baba ni oxygen. So that will be 1 multiplied by 1. So the answer will be 2 and then 1. Next, may plus yon. We have Ca, calcium, tapos NO3, 2. So meron siyang nakalagay na ganyan for your calcium nitrate. So compute mo ngayon, calcium is equal to, since wala naman, so it will be 1. So basta walang nakalagay na value, automatic yun plus 1 multiplied by 1. And that is 1. Next, nitrogen. That will be 2 multiplied by 1. So that is 2. Next, oxygen. You have 3 multiplied by 2. That will be 6. So pagsamahin mo ngayon, ilang oxygen ka meron dito? You have 6. So 6 plus 1, that will be 7. And on the other hand, dito sa reactant side mo, i-total na natin ha, for your reactant side, your hydrogen total is, we have 3. Your nitrogen total is, you have 1. And your oxygen total is, you have 5. For your calcium, the total is 1. For your product side naman, your hydrogen, the total is 2. And then, your oxygen, the total, nitrogen muna. The nitrogen, the total is 2. And for your oxygen, the total is 7. And for your calcium, the total is 1. So, tignan mo ngayon dyan. Sino-sino ang mga elements dito na hindi nakabalance? Or sino-sino sa kanila ang kailangan kong galawin para magkaroon ako ng balance equation? So, makikita mo, in that problem, hindi ako balance kay hydrogen, hindi ako balance kay nitrogen, hindi rin ako balance kay oxygen. So, 3 elements ang hindi ako balance. Sino sa equation ko ang nagtataglay ng 3 elements na to na pwede kong lagyan sa subscript nila para makapag-balance ako ng chemical equation? Pwede kang maglagay dito, simulan mo muna sa lowest number. Pwede mo siyang gawing 2. Tapos, co-compute ka ulit. Co-compute mo ulit sila. Kapag nakita mo na nag-balance na sila dito, then stop ka na. Kapag hindi pa rin nag-balance dyan, mag-adjust ka ulit. Kanino ulit ako pwedeng maglagay? Punta ka ulit sa kabila. Pwede ka naman pumunta sa product side. Sino yung pwede kong lagyan dito and so on. So, ganun lang siya, class. Kapag nagbabalance tayo ng chemical equation, we have to make sure na naiintindihan natin sino sa kanila yung dapat nating i-adjust. Ayan. So, madali lang naman siya. Matrabaho lang talaga. Ayan. So, balik tayo dito. So, sa problem natin na ito, ayan. So, sa problem natin na to, yung balance equation natin is, ayan, binigay na natin. We have 2 nitric acid plus calcium hydroxide yield to 2 dihydrogen oxide plus calcium nitrate. So, balikan natin. Sabi natin, express the given amount of substance in mole. Ang given amount of substance sa atin is the molarity of our nitric acid. So, kailangan makuha natin yung mole ni nitric acid kasi ito yung substance na binigay sa atin. So, we have here, we will convert. So, 4.0 molar of nitric acid is equal to mole over 1.36 liters of nitric acid. So, saan ang galing si 1.36 liter? Ito po yun, 1.36 ml. So, naging 0.136 liters. So, cross-multiply natin yan, we will get the answer na 0.544 mole. Don't forget, class, ha, the unit of molarity is mole per liter. So, molarity or the big M, ibig sabihin niya, mole per liter. Kaya doon natin siya kinuha. So, nakuha na natin yung mole of the given substance, which is the nitric acid. So, the second step is to find the number of moles of calcium nitrate using stoichiometric factor. So, paano natin makukuha yung mole of our calcium nitrate? May binigay dyan sa atin ng value na molar mass of our calcium nitrate, which is 164.1 gram per mole. So, gagamitin natin siya at siya to get the value of the mole of our nitric acid. So, dadahan-dahanin ko lang. The mole of our nitric acid is equal to the mole of your, the mole of calcium nitrate is equal to the mole of your nitric acid multiplied by 1 mole of calcium nitrate over 2 mole of nitric acid. Saan naman po siya nanggaling? Babalik ka doon sa balance chemical equation mo. Kaya mo class kaya mo siya binalance. Ito yon. We have 2 moles of nitric acid and 1 mole of calcium nitrate. Ayun yun, yung 2. At dahil nga kapag wala, it means it's equivalent to 1. So, dun po sila nanggaling. Kaya mahalaga na nabalanse mo siya ng maayos. So, meron ka na ngayong mga values so that you can cancel now the mole of your nitric acid. So, kapag nag-cancel yung mole ni nitric acid, ang matitira dyan, the mole of your calcium nitrate na hinahanap natin kasi calculate the mass of calcium nitrate. Next, so you will get the answer, the mole of calcium nitrate, which is equal to 0.272 mole. Natawa ko kasi nakita ko nandito na yung final answer. Nasa baba na pala. Yan. Next, for our fourth step, find the mass. Since mass naman ang hinahanap sa atin, so mass of calcium nitrate using its molar mass. So the mass of calcium nitrate is equal to 0.272 mole multiplied by 164.1 gram per mole. So, ang hinahanap kasi sa atin ay mass. Kaya, kailangan makancel natin si mole. So, that will give us a final answer of 44.6 grams. Hinahanap sa atin ay grams. Very crucial part dito, class, kapag ka nagkamali ka ng balance equation. Kasi, pag nagkamali ka ng balance equation sa step 2, technically, this is just a step 2, mamamali ka na agad dito. At pag namali ka dito, malayong-malayo na yung final answer mo. Posibleng mapalapit, pero mali naman yung computation mo. Or kung mapalapit man yung sagot mo, nakachamba ka lang, siguro. Pero kaya crucial part sa pagbabalance ng chemical equation. Kailangan sure ka na tama yung pagbabalance mo ng chemical equation. And again, kapag nagbalance tayo ng chemical equation, hindi natin pinapalitan yung mga subscript. Coefficients lang, yung mga numbers lang na nasa gilid. Yun lang yung pinapalitan natin. Hindi natin pinapalitan yung number of atoms. Kasi halimbawa, si H2O, sa sobrang gusto mong maging balance, si hydrogen, ginawa mong H3O. So, technically, that is not water anymore. Tandaan natin, sa lahat ng compounds, bawat dagdag mo ng atom, nag-iiba ng pangalan si compound. Nag-iiba siya ng property, nag-iiba siya ng reaction. Kaya hindi siya pwedeng galawin. Ganon din dito, halimbawa, si nitric acid ginawa mong HNO4. Hindi na siya nitric acid. Ibang compound na siya, ibang property na siya, at ibang mga characteristics na din ang kaya niyang ibigay. Ayan, clear? medyo mahirap lang siya sa part na kailangan natin mag-balance ng chemical equation talaga kung hindi pa tayo ganun kasanay. And I understand hindi rin tayo masyadong na-expose sa pagbabalance ng chemical equation. If I'm not mistaken, yung last Gen Chem 1 natin, parang dun tayo nag-end. Nag-balance lang tayo as is, pero hindi ko kayo nabigyan ng sample problems na katulad nito na kayo yung magsusulat mismo na equation. Not unlike with the grade 11 ngayon, nakapag-equation sila ng ganito. Ma'am, bakit po 1.36 liter? Kasi po kinonvert po natin siya into liters. ML po kasi siya. Naka 1.36 ml. So, kailangan natin siyang into liters. So, 1.36 divided by 1,000, it's 1.36 times 10 raised to 3. So, 1, ay, oo nga, no? 1, 2, 3. Wait lang. Yes, Enzo.
Ma'am, saan po ulit nakuha yung yung sa step 3 po, yung 1 mole over 2 mole po.
1 mole over 2 mole, galing po siya dito kay, yan, sa balance equation, Enzo, kay 2 mole of nitric acid at 1 mole of calcium nitrate.
Okay po, thanks po.
Yan, sige. Check nga natin 1.36 divided by 1,000. 1, 2, 3. Tama lang naman. Tama lang pala. Yan. Try natin tong isang sample problem. So this one, nakalagay dito. How many liters of 0.530 molar HCl is required to neutralize 0.780 gram of sodium carbonate? The molar mass of sodium carbonate is 105.99 gram per mole. So in this case, binigay na sa atin yung balanced chemical equation. So ang gagawin lang natin ulit, we have to identify the given. So kapag nag-identify tayo ng given, tingin lang tayo ulit sa problema natin. Palagi lang tayong titingin doon. Yan. So next, we have here the molar, which is 0.530. The mass of our sodium carbonate is 0.780. Molar mass, which is 105.99 gram per mole. Next, we have ang hinahanap natin is liters. So we are looking for the volume of our HCl. So hinahanap natin si hydrogen chloride. Next, for our solution, we'll have the first step. So dahil sa situation na to, class, given na si balance equation, nakabigay na, kaya hindi mo na kailangan pang mag-balance. Check mo na lang kung balance nga ba talaga. Pero kapag ka naman balance, so proceed ka na with step 1. Express the amount of substance in mole. So ang amount of substance na binigay sa atin is the molar of our hydrogen chloride. So siya yung express natin. We have here the mole of the mass. This is the mass. So, kunin muna na pala natin. Express the amount of substance in mole. So, we have mole of sodium carbonate is equal to 0.78 gram sodium carbonate multiplied by, we have 1 mole of sodium carbonate over the molar mass, which is 105.99 gram of the sodium carbonate. So, express muna natin the amount of substance. Cancel. Saan ang galing si 1 mole na to, class? Ito po yun, 105.99 gram per mole. So ito yun, pinaghiwalay lang natin si mole. So ibig sabihin yan, in 1 grams of sodium carbonate, we have, or in 1 mole of sodium carbonate, we have 105.99 grams. Parang imagine ninyo sa isang piatos, yung isang pack ng piatos, equivalent niya ay 105.99 grams. So, ganun siya. Baka nagtataka kayo saan? Palagi po ba yung 1 mole? Yes, palagi lang yan 1 mole. Kung ang usapan natin ay molar mass. Kung ang usapan natin ay molar mass, 1 mole lang siya palagi. So cancel grams, your mole of sodium carbonate is equal to 7.36 times 10 raised to 3 mole sodium carbonate. So that is the first step, the amount of substance in mole. The second step, ganun pa din, convert the mole of the given substance to the moles of the desired substance. So ang desired substance natin is the hydrogen chloride, your HCl. So ang given substance mo is the sodium carbonate. So we have here 7.36 multiplied by 10 raised to 3 mole of sodium carbonate multiplied by 2 mole of hydrogen chloride over 1 mole of sodium carbonate. Saan po nangyari to? We have here 2 the moles of hydrogen chloride and 1 mole of your sodium carbonate. Eh yun po yun, dun po siya nakuha sa balanced chemical equation. Next, cancel na natin si mole. That will give us an answer for the mole of our hydrogen chloride, which is 0.0147 mole. So, nakuha mo na yung step 2. Ang step 3 mo, convert the moles of the sought substance to any other desired units or expression. So, ito na yung mole of substance. Ang hinahanap natin na desired units ay liters or volume. So, yung unang problem, ang desired units natin ay mass. So, dito naman, ang desired unit natin ay volume. Kaya, i-convert natin siya. We have the volume of our hydrogen chloride is equal to the mole, 0.0147 mole, multiplied by 1 liter of hydrogen chloride over 0.537 mole of hydrogen chloride. Saan po ito nanggaling? Dito po kay molarity. Kasi sabi natin, the unit for molarity, aside from M, we have the mole per liter. Natatandaan pa yung formula kanina kay molarity, sabi natin, it is the mole of solute over the volume of solution or the volume of solvent in liter. So kaya, molarity is equal to mole per liter. Doon siya nanggaling, class. So para ma-cancel natin si mole at ang hinahanap natin ay the volume or the liters. That is why our final answer will be, we have the volume of our hydrogen chloride is equal to 0.277 liters. Yeah. So we have 3 SF, that's why we get the answer 0.277 liters. Nabibigla, naguguluhan, kailangan pa ng panahon para mag-sink in yung nangyayari.
Mahirap po, ma'am.
Hindi siya mahirap, madami lang proseso. Kailangan lang nating maintindihan sino yung hinahanap natin. Pero guided kayo dapat ng 3 step na to. Yung una, yung first step natin, sino yung binigay sa atin, i-convert mo muna yung substance na yon. Then pangalawa, ano yung kailangan mong i-derive or ano yung desired value mo. So dito, si hydrogen chloride yung desired value natin. Kaya siya. And then, kapag ka ang hinahanap sa atin ay mass, of course, we will not, pagka mass, kailangan gagamit tayo ng iba pang unit na mayroong mass. Opo, kasama po siya sa midterms. Last topic po natin to for midterm. Yeah. Try natin to. Calculate the volume in ml of 2.25 molar of HNO3 solution required to react with 24.0 ml of 3.50 molar of NaOH solution. Sige nga, try nyo to. I'll give you 3 minutes. Tapos, chat lang ulit sa public chat ng sagot ninyo. Yan. Sige, try nyo lang. Try nyo lang. Binigay na yung balance equation, no? We have here the balance equation. Sodium hydroxide plus nitric acid yield to. Yan. Ayan nyo yan. Calculate the volume in ml of 2.25 molar of nitric solution, HNO3 solution, required to react with 24.2 ml of 3.50 molar of NaOH solution. Ayan nyo yan. NaOH, sodium hydroxide. Tama ba ako? Tapos chat kayo sa public chat natin if you have your answers already. Okay, so we have answers already. We have 37.6 ml from Ronquillo. How about the others? Mhm. Yan, yung iba po, hindi na nag-solve. Multiple typing. Yan. So, sa Andre, nagta-type na rin siya. Ba't nawawala yung nagta-type? What's your answer, Sandre? Si Fred, nagta-type na rin. Si Micaela. Kaya niyo yan. Kunwari lang po yung mga yan, ma'am. Oo nga, mukhang niloloko lang ninyo ako. Multiple users are typing, tas biglang nawawala. Sige, sagutan na natin. Okay, so, given. Siguro naman may sasagot sa given. Andre, ano po yung given?
Ano po, ma'am? Yung volume po natin is 24.2 milliliter. Tapos, mga mass po is 2.25 tsaka 3.50. Ay, di ba mas molar mass? Ay, moles pala, ma'am. Moles of sodium.
Asan yung mole natin dyan? Meron ba?
Ay, molarity pala, ma'am. Molarity. Capital
Yun,
M pala, ma'am.
molarity.
2.25 po, ma'am. Tsaka 3.5.
Okay, thank you, Andre. Oh, magmalilito sa molar mass, tsaka molarity, tsaka mass, ha? So we have the given, the molar of our HNO3 or nitric acid, which is 2.25, the volume of our NaOH or yung ating sodium hydroxide, the volume is 24.4 ml, and the molar of our sodium hydroxide is 3.50. The molar, rather, is 3.50. So, I know no, yung iba may sagot, ayaw lang nila i-chat kasi nahihiya sila. So, yung iba nag-PM sa akin ang sagot nila, okay lang. So, hindi ko naman kayo i-reveal. Yan. So, we have the RTF. Our RTF is the volume of our, hinahanap natin is the volume of our nitric acid in ml. So, in ml. Ibig sabihin, class, same lang yung process nito sa ginawa natin na sample problem number 2. Ang pinagkaiba lang, kailangan natin siyang i-convert into ml. Kasi ml ang hinahanap sa atin. So, for our solution, step 1 ka ulit. Express the amount of substance in mole. Amount of substance, we have here the molar of sodium hydroxide, NaOH, is equal to the mole of sodium hydroxide over the volume of it. So that will be, binigay kasi sa'yo si molar eh. So cross-multiply ka lang ulit. You will get the answer 0.0847 mole. So that is only for the mole of your sodium hydroxide. So kinonvert mo lang tapos nag-cross-multiply ka lang. Ma'am, bakit po naging mole? Kasi sabi natin, molar is equal to mole per liter. So kapag ginamit mo yung si molar, automatic meron ka ditong mole per liter. So cancel ka na ng liter, makukuha mo si mole. So that is step number 1. Next, step number 2 natin, sabi dyan, convert the mole of the given substance to the moles of the desired substance. So, paano mo siya makukuha? Ang desired substance mo is your nitric acid, your HNO3. So, mole of your nitric acid is equal to the 0.0847 mole NaOH multiplied by 1 mole of HNO3 over 1 mole of NaOH. So, saan to nanggaling? Ito po yun. 1 mole of NaOH and 1 mole of HNO3 kasi wala namang nakalagay na number. So, automatically, this is equal to 1. Next, cancel mole. That will give you the answer na nitric acid is equal to 0.0847. Siya na yung desired substance mo. Ang third step mo, ano naman yung desired unit na hinahanap mo? So, the desired unit is volume in ml. So, ibig sabihin, you have the volume of your nitric acid is equal to 0.0847 mole of nitric acid multiplied by 1 liter of nitric acid over 2.25 mole of nitric acid. Saan ang galing si mole over si liter over mole? Kay molarity. Kasi again, molarity is equal to mole per liter. So kapag nakuha mo yung sagot dyan, that is equivalent to liter. So volume of your nitric acid is equal to 0.0376 liters. Next, ang hinahanap natin ay ml, of course. So we will derive ml, liter to ml. So the final answer will be 37.6 ml. Yan. So Ronquil, you got the correct answer. So that is your final answer. Ano, nabibigla, naguguluhan, nalilito. Gulong-gulo. That is your final answer. Again, katulad ng sinabi ko sa inyo kanina, you just have to analyze the problem. That is the first thing that you have to do. You have to analyze. Sino yung hinahanap ko at ano yung kailangan kong isolve doon sa hinahanap ko. Kapag yung hinahanap mo pa lang, hindi mo na naintindihan kung ano, hindi ka na makaka-move on with the step 1. Pag hindi mo na-identify kung sino yung desired value, yung kailangan mong mahanap, yung RTF mo, hindi ka makaka-move on with the other steps. Ayan. So, sa mga nakakuha po ng tamang sagot, very good. Congratulations. Sa mga nag-solve naman na hindi naman nag-try, pero nag-search lang, pero nakakuha din ng tamang sagot, congratulations din. But then again, hindi ko i-recommend na mag-search kayo ng problems dahil tinuturo ko naman yung step by step. And even if i-search nyo man yan, kung meron mang lumabas na final answer, I'm sure magkaiba kami ng solution. So alam ko kung ano yung tinuro ko na solution at alam ko rin yung mga solutions na available online. So alam ko yung mga tinuturo ko, kaya alam ko yung kailangan kong hanapin sa papel ninyo, lalo na kapag nagko-quiz tayo. So, ayun lang. And that ends our topic for the midterm exam. So, our topic for midterm is until stoichiometry.